Hey there, it's Leslie with a really red face. I'm sitting at this outdoor cafe today working, and I really want to share this message with you about honoring your own agenda. You know, agenda can be almost like a negative word. It depends on how you look at it. But I want to put it in the context of staying true to yourself and, keeping the eye on your own prize, so to speak, and in the context of what you want to transition into for those of you that are facing transitions. We can face transitions that are put upon us, so it seems that we're not choosing. But the ones that can almost be more challenging in some ways are the ones that we're trying to generate, because it can be really easy to stay stuck in, but how? How's it all going to work out? How, I need to see the A to Z steps. I know this all so well myself, and it's something that is usually an initial thing I work on with my clients. And so, we can have this fear of transition. We can stay really stuck, kind of still always trying to figure it out. We feel like it's not safe to make changes until we know exactly what things are going to look like and how they're going to play out. And that's usually not really possible. We usually just get the idea, and you can always just note the repetitive ideas that are coming to you, because those are definitely things that are you're being guided on those for sure. And but we'll just get one step, usually maybe two. As soon as we make a decision and start to take some action, inspired action, then more gets revealed. And I've had clients, schedule like a breakthrough retreat day with me, which, by the way, I have 2 in April, 2 spaces for a special spring sale on those, and I love to do them. So stay tuned for more information on that. It's probably going to be on this email I send out. But they'll make the decision. They'll say, you know what, I need help with an exit strategy. This was one particular client I'm thinking of right now. She wanted to make a corporate exit. She was an executive. She was burned out, and hired me for that. We had the date very shortly before it came about, and we were meeting. She was laid off from her position and from the company. And so, it was a blessing in disguise, but, it threw her a little bit, just for, I think a very, very short time. And she saw that, that's really largely how it works, is we set that intention, we make a decision, and then often we get helped out, sometimes in really big ways. But, so the agenda that you have for yourself is so important. It's so easy to get pulled into different directions. It can start when we're, little, and we get programmed into believing that certain occupations are going to be the stable ones for us, that we need to do things a certain way. It's amazing the beliefs we can hold. And I have been trained now, and I've always been intuitive around it my whole life, but I've had a lot of training on how to listen, and I can really tune into what's not being said with people and see what they're believing and what beliefs they've inherited. It's not even largely our fault, our belief system. It's been, layered on us through our upbringing, through culture and society and all the rest. But, I'm working outside of this cafe, and my dog Indy's with me, and so this woman starts approaching me with her dog, and she asks if my dog is friendly. And, there's many days when I am completely open to chatting up people that have their dog and I've got mine, but I'm working, and, other people had approached me too. And so I just had a low tolerance, and I had my own agenda, right, for getting some things done. So I told her the truth, which is, when she's on a leash, she can set a boundary and she can not be so friendly. And this woman said, well, don't you want to try? And she kind of expected me to kind of make concessions and, get up or whatever I would have done if I was in another mood or had a different, agenda. And I just looked at her and I said, I'm actually working right now. So no, I'm not open to trying right now. And she looked at me like she was so offended. And it was so interesting because that's such an example of how, people might not like it when you are honoring your own agenda, when you're staying true to yourself and making choices and decisions that, honor why you're here, what you want to create, what feels true to you now. And so, it can ruffle some feathers. And this was this really neutral thing. I didn't know this person. She just wanted, I guess, her dog to have a little doggy time. And, often I'm doing that all the time, but it wasn't working for me today. And so, it's largely a lot of my work with my clients is to help them honor their own agenda, sometimes get clear on what that is, what they want, and then how do you set yourself up for success so you can start moving towards it and creating what's calling to you, move through the blocks and the fears that are going to be there, and, move through your transitions, honoring who you are and navigating that so that you can really create your own, version of heaven on earth, you being in your highest and of letting your life evolve, letting your career evolve and take a right or left turn, letting your life get better than it's ever been because you're living true to you. And, you don't have to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Again, I didn't know that woman, but there's a way that you can actually honor your most important relationships and the people that might get their feathers ruffled, but still stay true to you. It's a both and. It's not an either or. And when we're in fear and anxiety, we can kind of get to that black and white thinking and that either or. And then that kind of stops us from taking any action. So that's it. Please think about what's a way that I can honor my own agenda and stay true to me, take some steps that's going to fill my own cup, because the more that you are filling your own cup, the more that spills over and serves everyone else. Not to sound too cliche, but it's true. So wish you a great day. I'll be in touch soon. Bye.